Hello. Je veux dire maintenant en français, Pauline, c'est merveilleux qu'on peut avoir cette conversation et je switch to English immediately because we are going to have this conversation in English. Both of us, you are French and use English as a second language. I am Romanian, I'm using English as a second language. We can speak in French, but I'm just imagining that there may be more people who would be more familiar to an English as a second language conversation in Romania than us speaking French. You perfect French and me just remembering some of my French from school.
Your French is very good. Very good.
So here you are. I think this is maybe the first Împărtășiri Dinamice, histoire dynamique video en anglais, je crois. Je crois que tous les gens spoke in Romanian. Some of them, one of them is a Romanian who was a psychology student, but she's now in Ireland, and she is a champion of chess, women chess in Ireland, for example.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So among the people who shared their stories of life and of movement. So here we are, Pauline. How come we are together here? What is your view of that?
So I'm here today because we have met each other during a run from a group in Iași. And so I arrived here in Iași because I'm a vet student, and I came here because typically in France, it's very, very hard to enter a vet school. And so I have heard about the Romanian faculty that was allowing some foreign students to come, and a lot of French students are coming there today to do their study. And since I'm little, I want to be a vet. Like, my mother is a vet, my father is a farmer, and so I have always been surrounded by animals, and it was like my life way to become a vet. And so when I have saw that it was complicated for me to do it in France, I came here, and here I am since 2 years and a half doing my studies here, and I do not regret at all. It's a very interesting way. I mean, it's so different from the France, but it brings me so much more things than if I was, staying in France, seeing my family a lot, etc. And I think that the things that I have realized, and especially during the last month, is that the few moments that I pass with my family are very, very important. And maybe if I was staying in France, I will not have, this realization.
So I understand that this studying apart from France, which is some distance, and visiting rarely back home, you could reassess and valorize the relationship with the family. And I understand that your presence here is actually a dream came true, or your journey to a dream to come through, because you want to become a vet, and you found this closer to you, this opportunity in Iași, which for some people would be at the other end of the continent, from France to Romania is like, going over the continent.
Yeah.
And I know that Iași is an international academic city with many students in medical university, and French-speaking students coming also in other fields. And I think you are the first international student from the veterinary university, agricultural and veterinary university in Iași. I never met somebody from another country studying here just like that by chance, because it was by chance. Yeah, we just happened running.
we are a few, like the first class that I finished, it was last year. So actually there are like 50 students in first and second year, and after we are only like 30 students. And so in vet medicine, we are like 100, 150 French students, and but all the all the section is in English.
Yeah.
And I have I came here because I have met French students in a clinic in France, and she told me when I was not here, and she told me I'm in Iași. There is not a lot of people for the moment, and so you have more chance, to get in and go to the faculty. And it was a very big chance to meet her, because I was not supposed to meet her, and the life may have made that we saw each other, we have begun to talk, and she told me this. And 2 weeks after, I was sending my my file to apply for the faculty, and like 4 weeks after, I had the results, and I was integrating the faculty, and that was an amazing, that was amazing.
Fantastic. So we understand that a French student who knew about these studies in Iași, she is an ambassador of sorts. She promoted this opportunity to you, and here you are.
She's my godmother from the faculty, so before this we did not know each other, but now we are really close friends. And so yes, nice. That's thanks for her that I'm here.
And I have to admit, I looked a little bit on your Facebook profile, and I've seen that you are somehow related to Amiens. Yeah, because I've been there, and I know the places around Amiens a little bit, and I remembered my visits in France in the area. Yeah.
So you came in Amiens, and where else in France?
I came in Amiens for some university-related projects, quality in higher education projects, and vocational training projects. And so I met some academic people from all over France who we met there for a conference, and also just visiting around and beyond the premises of the university, of course, culturally and touristically around. So when I realized to come from there, all these memories kicked in. And I got reconnected to France and to Amiens region, and the church in the center and everything. Yeah, I really like that. So now I kind of see you in that context. I can see you in Iași context, of course, because I know Iași, and I could see you at one of the running meetings. We have these community runs in Iași, and you chose in one of the Sunday runs to show up. I didn't met you before, I didn't know, and I observed you are speaking English, I think, at that moment, and then you presented yourself, and you seemed to be French, and then I asked you if you speak French. So here we go, we were running, and at a certain time I said, if you wish, we can have this conversation in our series, Împărtășiri Dinamice, looking for an explanation, or looking for a description of how can we explain that we do our lives connected to movement, that we are choosing to be active, that we are choosing to have some sports in our lives. How come? What is your explanation or description?
I think that first, it's in my way of doing things. I need to be in movement. I need to do multiple things at the same time. It's very hard for me to stay focused for a long time. And so, for example, I have never been a very good student. It was always difficult for me to stay in the chair for a long time, etc. And since I think since I'm in the vet school, I have been able to think more about other stuff of my life, other than just my study and become a vet. I've been more decontract and think about other things. And this is where I realized that I need to do different things. And I mean, being a vet, it's also this, it's doing a lot of different things, like different animal, different way in the medicine, you know, and so it's also part of who I am. And so I run since I'm in like high school, but I really began to run a lot when I have put my first objective, because in my life I also need this, you know, have some precise objective to follow. And it's last year when I have decided that I would like to do the semi-marathon of Iași, that I have really become to train every week, multiple time, etc. That I even come to the group running in Iași for 4 or 5 times.
Okay.
And during these moments, I also realized that I was actually feeling better in my life. And first of all, without realize that it was very linked to sports, but I realized that I was more peaceful, and that it was every time I go running after that, I was feeling better. And now I'm using also the sports as a tool and not just to reach some objectives. You know, it's really for me to feel better in my in my life.
Okay. So I'm making some notes while you're speaking, so that I can capture the richness of all these different things. So this is why I'm looking down, I'm writing, and I have some keywords that are capturing my imagination here. First of all, you said that there are many things, the way of doing things. It is a need to be in the moment, not to stay, you're not used to stay focused too long. You're not used to stay sitting on a chair too long. And there is this need to do different things, to be active in a way. And then you said that you started to have some objective related to that, to moves every week, and then you connected to some of the community runs of Running Iași 4 to 5 times in the last year, and you observed that you got some benefits, that you felt better, and you get more peacefulness, and it became sort of a tool to feel better. It's not an objective in itself, but it's a sort of a power, a skill that you can use to get this feeling of better in your life, feeling better in your life. And in terms of not being focused, I'm thinking that maybe in your life history, in childhood, in adolescence, you know, in your young adulthood, being focused, maybe it was not a regular way of living for you. Maybe you were exposed, talking about father being a farmer, mom being a vet, maybe you were exposed to a lot of movement or changes, or you were an active child. I don't know. I'm just imagining that behind these few keywords, there are some things that are illuminating how now you are actually feeling better when you have some movement in your life.
Yeah, I think that I don't know, my parents are both very active in their life, and I think that I always have been very admirative about all the things that they are doing. And there is also a necessary of building, you know, developing some things, etc. And I don't know, I remember me like playing a lot in the exterior, in the farm, helping my father as I can, because when I was a child, and also and I have a lot of different allergies, there is so I was a little bit blocked by this, like stop being, because you know, I was not able to going out a lot, etc. And it made me think that now I'm very thankful because I do not have this problem so much, and I can go out and run and do a lot of things in the exterior without being blocking because of this allergy. And because my body have changed, because my body have adapt, and I mean, this is biological things, but because also I have kind of work having this sensibilization, etc. But so yeah, like I have always do a lot of things in the exterior, trying, but also being stopped, and but with time.
So I understand something, Pauline. I understand that there is a connection to activism in getting out in the childhood, but also there is this blocking, this allergy that you had to go through for a number of years in your life, and that stopped you. And now you say there are changes in your life, in your body, and then you are less affected by the allergic reactions, and then you can reconnect to the more active ways of being. Okay.
And that this is kind of things, you know, when you want to do something in your life and you have an obstacle and you can't, but or you're working on it to pass these obstacles, or you can just wait and life just push away and this obstacle, and finally you can just continue your way. And I think that this can be reproduced to a lot of different things, like also for my vet school. When I was in high school, it was very hard. I don't have good grades. I was feeling bad because of this. And finally, just because I have met this girl, my friend, the obstacle just go away, and now I'm in vet school. And I think that all these things, it just trust your life and trust what life can bring you, if this is really what you want, and if it's really, you know, in your heart, in your life, in your own soul, if this is what you want, you will have it, like in some maybe different way, maybe by going to Romania, maybe, I don't know, but you will have this.
I understand that it was unforeseen or even unforeseeable for you before. Somebody would tell you, you know what, in a few years you will study in Romania. That was not a plan for you.
Exactly.
It was not, but then things connected in this way, and connected to you, Pauline, who in a way you were ready to make these steps.
Yeah, exactly.
You were able and you are willing.
Definitely.
And I hear that your parents are supporting, you know, they are happy to let you go far away. But you know, I understand that you have this wonderful relationship. So in a way, these are put together by this belief or realization that you say that maybe you can trust that that life can bring you sometimes opportunities and ways to fulfill important aspects that you follow in your life. And they may come up in surprising ways, unforeseen
in the
ways.
good time, like not the time that I have chose, but just the perfect moment in my life when because before going to vet school, I have made 1 year in Amiens at the Faculty of Biology, and during this year I have realized that I was feeling better not being in high school, but having more freedom, you know, like at the faculty, being able to follow the lessons that I want, working when I want, and using my own way. And this where I realized that I am not really the problem, because I can do things, I can learn things, I can study a lot. And during this year, I have realized that I was able to doing all these things. And as magic things, at the end of this year, I have been able to go to vet school. So
I understand that this preparedness, this readiness
yes,
that you got for Iași, for this vet school in Iași in Romania, was also fulfilled or trained by this 1 year in biology in Amiens.
yeah,
Because there you built up this trust that you can do a lot, that you can choose your own efforts, that you have more freedom to grasp the learning and to respond to the academic objectives. Now the screen is again frozen for a while. Let's see if it comes back. This may be one of our difficulties in this video. And if it stops, maybe we can resume with another chapter after coming back online. Let's see. It's still video recording. I will put a break, a pause for video. I just started the second part of the recording because our internet is very fluctuant, and these are the usual conditions sometimes, and we hope that we can bypass them. We were talking about that year in Amiens in biology that really helped you to get ready to do this stretch to Eastern Europe, to Romania. And in that year in biology, you learned that you can have, you can do a lot, and you can fulfill the academic, objectives, doing things in your way, having more freedom. And I'm just wondering if doing things in your way and choosing for yourself when to do what, this kind of assuming your own freedom, your liberty to do things the way you want, if this is something important for you. I'm just wondering.
Yes, I think like definitely, because it's it's my freedom that is very for me, and I have very difficult for me to support the I don't know how to say in English, la contrainte, like being stuck in a small box and not being able to do things like in my own way and in my own way of thinking also.
I can hear that being blocked by the allergy was an excellent example of something you hate. You don't like that. It affected your freedoms.
Exactly. And I think that if we push the things of the allergy, I have also a lot of eczema. I don't know if we can saw this, but when I was little, and due to my allergy, it's called dermatitis atopic. It's I think it's a good representation. It's because my body do not allow me to do some things, etc. Maybe also it was expressing through my body by this scratching, even if there is a lot of biological scientific behind this. But I think that the fact that my allergies are expressing through this way was also a good example, because I was mad to my body because he was not allowing me to do things that I love, like horse riding, etc., and going to the farm. And so through this, I have begun my eczema and scratching, etc. And today, since I'm in high school, things are going better and better. But I think, it's a good example to show that if I have some things that are blocking me, it's very hard for me to still focus and still moving, you know. But if I'm able to move in my own way, things are going better and better and better, and it's just you know, exponential happiness.
Yeah, I like that, exponential happiness. I think this will be a new mantra for us in Running Iași, getting from you the exponential happiness of moving freely. Yeah,
but I mean, since I'm in veterinary school, I have the feeling that I just going in, you know, a good circle. Like since things are going in the good way, it just continue. And even if there is a lot of big changes in my family, etc., I'm still on my way and doing every day, doing more things on my way, and that I love, and find this happiness kind of by my own, you know, from me and not from other people or stuff.
I can hear that you are acknowledging that more and more in your emerging adulthood, you are declaring that you are more and more directing your own life. And this is very satisfactory. This is giving you a lot of pleasure, a lot of happiness, and you are enjoying life a lot more because of that. And exactly. I am moving my own way. This sentence and exponential happiness for me are the two pearls, like two pearls of our conversation, that we arrived at them in this way. It was a very surprising and beautiful ways of showing that this is something that really puts some light on the choice that you had to start running, for example, in the community. And it's a way of expressing moving your own way, and connecting to some other people who are moving in their way, and then sharing that liberty, this freedom of choosing for yourself in the direction that you prefer. And this is like a self-building process.
There's and in the while running, I think it's a very good sport because it's so easy to do. I mean, if you are in good health, because there is some people that can't, but you just need the good shoes, and that's all. You take your shoes and you go running, and it's very easy, and you can run everywhere, almost every time, and I mean, you're very free when you run. You do not have so much barrier, etc.
And you don't have a set pathway. And if you run in a community, you don't have a time you have to follow, and you don't have to be a champion or something. So there is a lot of freedom, a lot of choices that we actually make.
Yeah, and there is a lot of different way of running, like short time but speed, longer but more low. I mean, it's you can run as you are.
But you are one of the few, I think, people who decided to run even in winter when it's harsh out there. You were able to run through the mud with us last, you know, and so on. So how come you are going against the nature, against the hardships of cold, of you know, melted mud and things like that? How come?
I don't know. I think that there is two different things. The first one is that I don't know why, but most of the time I like to do what people don't like. Typically, I don't know why, but it's like this. And also, I think it's because when I was little, and also today, every summer we are going to the mountains with my family, and we are, you know, doing some trip, like walking, faire de la randonnée, and a lot. And even if the weather is not good, or else we all keep going and keep walking and thinking that the weather will be better, etc., etc. And I think that this makes me in my character in this way. I mean, even if there is some complicated things, even if there is winds or other stuff, you're just keep moving as you can, and step by step, and just trust that there is better weather that will come. If I may.
Very nice.
So.
Yeah. I can see, I'm still writing, I can see that what you said before, doing things my own way, is really connected to, even if the weather is not good, it's not my way, but I'm still doing my way against the difficulty. And you have this belief that keep the trust that better weather may come. You do, you do your own stuff, do it again, do it, continue, because better stuff, better times may come. And this is like a fuel, like something that is allowing you to go through difficulties.
Exactly. Like if I may take another example, even if it's not very ecologic, but I love to take the plane when there is when it's cloudy, because you will come at the airport, be stressed, passing all the control, etc., waiting for the plane, and you just take the plane, and when the plane go up to the cloud, and then you see the sun. The sun is here, and it's amazing. And you saw all the cloud, and you think of all these people that are under the cloud, and thinking of the cloud like, oh my God, I don't see the sun, but the sun is there. It's just behind behind the cloud, and it's I love this, like just showing that if you take a bit of distance, you know that it's to wait till it's come.
And this experience, even this experience of flying, and this experience and going with family through bad weather in some trips, and this experience of running even if the weather is not as good, is an exercise, is a repetition of the belief that there will be better, even if it's some time or some difficulties ahead of me. As it was with the allergy, I mean, your whole life is sort of an evidence that things can be better, that you really want, and you can find ways of cherishing what you look for, of fulfilling what you want. Now you shed a lot of light about why you are here in Iași, why you chose to run with other people when we have these little opportunities in community, not competitions, but just ways of running together in different areas, out of Iași, on Cercarea Potecilor, in our trial of trails, or in the community runs in Iași, like the Tei run every Wednesday that we have this evening run. And now you are more transparent to me and to us, and we understand better how come, she's another runner, but now you are a runner with a story, and you are a runner with some strong desires and strong convictions that put you there on the pathway.
It's amazing. I love this, like to meet people, and when you pass the barrier of just, okay, his name is this, and it's the only thing I know. And when you begin to learn better the people, and just not stop on the appearance or the name or other things, and this is where you really begin to create contact and exchange of experience, and it's amazing, I think.
I think maybe despite this stretching, going apart from family and from your place, being a foreigner, being a foreign student, being a person who is not part of the community, this going beyond the name, getting to meet people, contacting people and exchanging experience is getting something important to you, is completing something that otherwise is depleted because you are moving far away from the known, the relationships and the exchanges, the routine exchanges from your home and from your university and from the colleagues and friends. And now you are here, you may be just foreign or isolated, but you are appreciating these possibilities to contact people and resurrect, I think, some humanizing ways of being, of reconnecting to people and to humanity and getting this interaction that gives us meaning,
exactly.
gives us a sense for life, and living. Yeah. Thank you, Pauline. It was very insightful, and I'm very pleased to get to know you a little bit better through these stories, and I'm looking very much forward to have the chance to here, there, anywhere, to have some runs together and just tell more stories and enjoy life.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you very much. That was super interesting, this conversation, and I can't wait for the next conversation while we are running. I'm sure we will talk about a lot of things.
Thank you very much.
That's very great.
See you soon.
Thank you. Thank
Au revoir.
you. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Au revoir. La vedere.